What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Charlie B, and welcome back to another episode of Speaking the Truth TV. Fellas, come on, man. We got to do a better job. I know it's a lot of us out there that's going through the struggle. I know it's a lot of us that's holding pain deep down inside. I know it's a lot of us that feel like quitting. I know it's a lot of us that feel like, even if they wasn't here, maybe life would be better. But when I say we got to do better, we have to start expressing how we feel. Just because the world tells us we look weak as men, saying that we have feelings, saying that we have emotions, you're not weak. You're not less of a man because you have emotions and everybody else just takes the time, well, doesn't take the time to understand where you're coming from. Because as I sit back and I look at everything, women these days, they're taught you don't need a man. You don't need a man for anything. And men these days, we're taught, hold your head up high, chest out, chin up, you know what I mean? Things like that. And it's very, very, very vindictive because that leads you on a path in a place in this world where you're holding back your true emotions, you're holding back your true feelings. You don't want to get out of character because of what society says. And let me tell you something, forget society. Because every day that this world goes round and round in a circle, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how I feel, people are going to continue to talk. People are going to continue to do different things to downgrade a man's emotion, to downgrade a man's feelings. So that's nothing new. That's nothing new. We as human beings have the right to say, look, I'm tired. The weight of the world is on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I can't do it anymore. But I'm telling you, better days are coming. You just have to connect with the right people. Put yourself in a situation where everybody is gunning for the same goal. You know what I mean? And it's nothing wrong with asking for help from time to time. It's nothing wrong with that at all because me as a man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Me as a man, my childhood wasn't all that great. And I mean, I know y'all done heard some of the stories, and I don't put all the details out there. It's not because I'm ashamed. It's just, it's just the way that I work. It's the way that I do things. But at the same time, you know, holding all of that anger, holding all of that mistrust, misuse, all of those different analogies, it messed up my mind because when I was growing up, it was always, you got this, you the man. Don't worry about what people gotta say. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta show no emotions, this, that, and the third. But when you start doing those things, you lose yourself. You lose yourself. It's nothing wrong with telling your partner, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's sit down, let's have a conversation. Let's try to, you know what I'm saying, clear the air out because I have so much on my mind. You know what I mean? And if that's the right person for you, they will listen. You guys will be able to figure things out together. And yes, I know it's hard. You know what I mean? I know it's hard because some women, when you get to saying stuff like that, they looking at you like, what's wrong with you? But on that note, if us as men can sit down and we can listen to the gossip about your friends at work, the gossip about what happened at the hair salon, you know what I'm saying? Different things like that. And even with the way that you guys feel as women, what's wrong with reciprocating that same energy? What's wrong with, listening and actually trying to be that backbone, that foundation? You know what I mean? Because it's very easy to please a man. Loyalty, trust, and communication. You know what I mean? Of course, we want the sex. Of course, we want, you know what I'm saying, the cooking and the cleaning, but a real man helps his woman cook and clean. A real man steps up and says, everything that you can do, I can do it too. So it's not just on one person. It's not just labeled to you because you're the woman. I know how to get in there and I can cook. You know what I mean? See, we need more people in this world that's ready to do good things, not just all about what you can do for me. And when it comes to that, us as men, that's in our nature. We're giving creatures. You know what I'm saying? Anything to make the woman be so much happier than she already is. But some people don't take that into accountability. A lot of people take that as a weakness. And let me tell you, it's not a weakness, because everything that you're doing, I'm telling you, if they don't appreciate it, somebody else does. But you shouldn't beat yourself up every single living day because you want to bottle it all in. You got all this testosterone for what? Going to the gym doesn't help. Talking to your buddies, that helps sometimes. But then again, they still your buddies. They still men. So you don't know if they're going to reciprocate you the same way, because maybe they're not going through the same situations that you're going through. You know what I mean? And that's just how life is. Some people go through things and some people don't go through things. Some people leave a blind eye to things. But at the same time, we have a responsibility. We have a solidified spot to stand in this world to say how we feel. Because if I can go to work every day and I can make the money and I can pay all the bills, buying the groceries, doing all the things that we need and want, then why can't I sit down and tell you how I feel? Because when I come home, my home is my sanctuary. My home is the place that, you know what I'm saying, that keeps everything structured. So why would I want to go to work and be stressed out and then come home and still be stressed out again because I got nobody to listen to? Let me take that back. Sorry. I said that a little too fast. Not that I don't have anybody to listen to. I don't have anybody to listen to me. I don't have anybody that wants to be there and help me take on these problems, because they feel like men don't have problems. They feel like just because we're the provider, we're the ones that, that does the protection and things like that. Sometimes we need protecting too, because sometimes we get in our own head about certain things, different situations, and we need to be able to battle against that, because in some situations, that's how you do mess up a good relationship. But then, like I said, that's where the communication comes in. That's where the talking values the most. Because at that point, it goes back to, I'm telling you how I feel. You telling me how you feel. And we coming up with an agreement, with a plan, so we can do the things that we can do to fix the cracks in the foundation. You know what I'm saying? To do the things that we need to do to consistently grow in life, grow with the relationship, and grow in our hearts, even though the heart is over here, not here, but to grow in our hearts. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with coming out and saying, I'm hurt. There's nothing wrong with it. I know a lot of people take therapy. A lot of people, they probably do AA meetings because the things that went on in life, that was their comfort. You know what I mean? Whether it was a hard drug, whether it was alcohol, where it's something of that nature that made you, you know what I'm saying, want to bury that pain, bury all of the structure that has made you into this concrete vessel. And I'm telling you, concrete busts too. It just depends on how much weight it has, how many times it's been slung around. So us as men, we shouldn't be ashamed. Us as men, we should be able to stand up. Us as men, we should be able to hold our head up high and really not even care what the world says. But that's the problem. We too worried about what the world says. As long as you happy with you, that's all that matters. I'm telling you, fellas, I'm telling you. As long as you're happy with you, as long as you got the confidence in yourself, there's nothing that can't be done. There's nothing you can't do. Not a thing. You can call me a sourpuss, a wussy. You can call me all those different things. But to me, what do I see out of that? I see a person with a negative mindset. I see a person that I don't even need to hang around. And two, you know what I mean? Your opinion don't validate me. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Just because what you say doesn't make it any more true. Because I'm a human just like you a human at the end of the day. So there's no way that I'm gonna let anybody treat me any different than the man that I know that I am, the man that I'm secure in being. Nothing wrong with saying we got a problem. Nothing wrong with it at all, fella. So what I really want from you guys, what I really want from you guys, I really want more engagement because I know I'm not the only man that's going through it. Because if you sit down and you look at the different things on YouTube, it's women exposing women, and it's not because of they hate the race or whatever the case may be. It's just a point in the fact that it's still wonderful women out here that's seeing all of the bull crap that's going on throughout the world. So they're exposing the truth. We need more men out there like that that's exposing the truth. You do have a couple of episodes and a couple of different channels there where you do have men that's doing like these talk shows or whatever, and inviting all of these different guests on there to get a woman's perspective and things like that. But we still really don't cover the bases. We still don't cover everything that we need to cover. We don't. I'm telling you, you don't need nobody to validate who you are as a person. So as a man, for me, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. As long as I'm doing it in the right path, in the right way, and I keep the right circle around me, there's nothing I can't do. So go ahead and laugh if you want. Call me weak, call me this, call me that. Do what you want to do. Because I'm gonna tell you like I tell my children. Let a person talk. Let them talk. As long as they don't put their hands on you, it don't even matter what they say. It don't. It really doesn't matter what you say, because I bet you can't whoop me. And that's not a threat to somebody. That's just the type of person that I am. That's just who I am. I'm that confident in myself to know that I'm not afraid to say what's going on in my mental. I'm not afraid to say, let's rally the guys together and let's start a support group where we can come in and we can kick off our shoes, we can tell our stories and get some positive feedback and maybe even, some answers to some questions on what some people should need to do. That's all I'm aiming for. But it angers me so much that I really just don't see a lot of people out here that's doing it. I really don't. And the ones that are doing it, they got millions of subscribers. They got 150,000 subscribers, damn near 500,000 subscribers. It's only those people, but it's more like a talk show. Fellas, we have to start engaging with each other. Forget what the next person says. Forget it. And I be wanting females feedback too, because it's certain things that y'all do that some men can take that information that you give and put it into their mentor and be like, okay, well, maybe this is why, or this is how they look at it, or whatever the situation may be, whatever it may be. So fellas, I'm telling you one more time, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep telling you, it's time to stand up. Hold your head up high, king. Do what you gotta do to make yourself feel better. Because I'm telling you, it's a lot of green grass out there. And when I'm saying green grass, I'm not talking about a relationship. I'm talking about you finding yourself, you finding your peace, you doing the things that you love and want to do. And eventually knowing who you are. And maybe one day, you will find the type of woman that you're looking for. Somebody that's really there for you. But you can't be afraid to say how you feel. You can't be afraid of that. You can't go through every relationship changing everything about yourself just to appease your partner. Because that's why we're together, because we're different. If we were the same, if we liked every single thing, then that's really not much of a relationship to some. Because you're kind of, doing the same old, same old. It's nothing new that you're trying or anything. So I'm just end it at this. Fellas, I love you. I love the ladies too. But this is a time for us to really, really stand up, do the things that we love to do, and finding out who we are again as human beings. So this is your boy Charlie B signing out. I love y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, your boy is out. We'll holler.